common cause versus assignable cause variation. In quality management, we will distinguish between two types of variations due to different causes. We will say there is a common cause variation. This is the variation that is due to pure randomness of the process, right? This is like no two snowflakes are alike, right? All of them look beautiful, but they all vary within some range of variations. And right, the exact outcome cannot be predicted, but randomness can be described using some statistical distribution, right? The other side of the variation will be assignable cause variation, a variation that for which a cause can be assigned, can be identified. So, for example, in quality management, we'll try to see if there is a human error that caused the variation, or maybe a machine is breaking down or already failed and is causing some deviation from some specifications. It can be detected by observing the change in the statistical distribution, right? And this is actually what statistical process control will be, right? So we will, for example, detect that there will be different mean or variance or actually both. A note here is that the distinction between the two types of causes of or variation is not a universal truth. Why? Well, think about something like Dow Jones Industrial Index, right? This is it varies, right? This index is somehow measuring the increase or decrease in values of stocks in the stock market, right? But if you look at it, it appears totally random to someone who's at least someone who doesn't know much about stock markets, about economy and different companies, right? But an experienced trader may see specific causes. For example, earnings announcement that cause increase or decrease, or some economic information releases, maybe unemployment rates, maybe GDP growth for some kind of countries, right? So um, similarly, if you observe a process, right, you might think that many things are purely random, but if you learn more about the process, you might actually discover new assignable causes for some variations that previously you thought are just pure randomness. To better understand the two types of variation, the common cause and assignable cause variations, consider this example. Suppose I am right-handed and I write the following letters R several times. First, I write it with my right hand, and this is the result, the top line here, right? Then I switch to my left hand, which is not the hand I normally write with, and I get this 8 letters R, right? What we can say, observe here is that there is some mm, common cause variation, right? My writing just varies from one letter to the next a little bit if I write with my right hand, which is my regular hand for writing, and quite a lot if I write with the hand that I'm not used to writing with, right? However, if I did, for example, write first 4 letters with my right hand and then the next 4 letters with my left hand, and then I looked at it as just some problem for variability, notice that going from the fourth letter to the fifth letter, I should observe an increase in variation, right? And what we would say is that this change in variation from the first 4 letters to the next 4 letters, right, is actually there is an assignable cause, right? I can see there was a little variability and there is much more variability in the later part because now I have an assignable cause. The cause is I changed my hand, right? And because of this, we can actually say that increase in variation or increase in right change in the distribution of variance here is due to a cause, and we now know what the cause is. We actually did it on purpose, right? But imagine in a process that you're trying to control, you observe this kind of change, right? You see a process behaving in with some small variability, and suddenly you experience much higher variability, right? And in that case, we want to notice it through what we call statistical process control, right? And then if we notice it, we can start investigation in order to find the assignable cause. Like in this case, the assignable cause was a change of the hand. So uh, the things we will need for the statistical process control to do is we need to measure and, in general, try to reduce common cause variation. But the second thing is we want to find assignable cause uh, variation as soon as it occurs, right? So that we can actually address problems that are related to it.